Had the pleasure on the occasional motorcycle series to enjoy the company of young Kane, who has a lovely CBR1000 that he's just got. Big upgrade from his DZR 450 or DCR as
DRZ 400.
Yeah, we call them Zs. And apart from that, he grew up riding 80cc or pit bikes.
Yeah.
And now he's going to eventually hope to become what, Kane? A fully fledged motorcycle mechanic or what?
That's the plan, yeah.
At the moment, he's working for Kane. Now, he's going to tell us a little bit about Kane because I know, but my viewers don't know. So tell us a little bit about your employer and what he's done.
My employer's actually not Kane anymore. Mick bought it. He's owned Kane's for, I think he's owned it since 1956. And we actually just had a grand opening at our new location. But he started off as he was cleaning the floors, and then he bought his first bike there, and then he actually sold one of his bikes to buy Kane's, and he sold that bike, and then I think he said 10 years later he bought it back for 10 times what he sold it for. But he still has that bike up in the museum now. And he's got a whole bunch of other cool bikes.
Now, yeah, okay, cool. Cool's a nice term that young people use, but it doesn't really convey to my readers what's a cool bike. Tell us what a cool bike is. Are we talking choppers, or are we talking drag bikes? Are we talking custom bikes? What are we talking?
One custom V-Rod. It makes 308 horsepower. It's pro-charged. And it's got air ride suspension, and I believe it's a 07 V-Rod. And then he's completely customized that one. And then he's got a 2013 Road Glide with a, I think it's a 113. And then he's done stage 4 on his 2018 Road Glide. We have 2 replica 1918 Harley Davidsons.
Board trackers or?
Yeah.
Marvellous bikes, aren't they? It was a pity that Indian beat them most of the time, wasn't it?
Did they?
They did, yeah. Do you get around, do you go to any at the race meetings or things like that?
Mick used to race Top Fuel motorcycle, but he hasn't done that. There was talk we might start a team again, but they're not too sure yet. We have 2 destroyers that we had people and they would race them, and each bike's won first and second place in the destroyer class.
So just for my friend back in Australia that owns a Harley Davidson dealership in Coffs Harbour, Ashley, you better get out and get your bike into competition rather than just having it sitting in the showroom. All right, so what do you see your future holding for you? You're looking to, where do you want to move up to, or what would you like to do?
I don't know.
Don't know, okay, that's pretty good. Do you ever see yourself going racing or quarter miles, or are you just a dirt bike man?
I see myself racing in a car, not on a bike. I'd love to race on a bike, but as of now, I'm definitely not at that level where I could go around the track 200 kilometers an hour.
Now, you're saying car racing there. Surely you don't know that Shane Van Gisbergen from Australia, in fact, there's 2 Australians over here are cleaning up on NASCAR. So maybe you should look at something else. He won at Simona last week, actually. His very first NASCAR race, he came first. And then the boys got a little bit tough on him, but he's there. So do you think if you did race, what sort of cars were you interested in?
It would be drift racing, so Formula D.
What, things like GTR Nissans or what?
It's hard to say. The 86 Toyota 86 is a good drift platform.
They are, yes.
I would have to drive them and see. I've only drifted a couple vehicles. E36, they're got a bigger steering
friends of
angle
ours.
off the get-go. But if I was to get in the Formula D, you would get all the steering
Okay,
angle.
Tristan, it's been great talking to you. This will be recorded for posterity now, and one day you can look back and maybe show your children. This was Tristan when he was a young lad, and just keep the shiny side up and look after that beautiful CBR, and don't go buy a Harley, buy an Indian. Thanks very much, have a good evening, and thanks for being part of the occasional motorcycle series around the world. Give us a like and subscribe to the channel.